Just randomly decided to run down the field, and yeah, literally I was in my pajamas and I was doing some ab workouts, just exercising. I was like, fuck it, I want to run, so I just ran impulsively. And this place is pretty amazing. You see all the sky glowing pink, surrounded by trees, but the road is being a little bit just in the background. Going downhill, so the wind isn't as bad. Yeah. So it's like, are these the little things that make life matter? Just doing small things throughout your day which make you accept, like, where you're at. I don't know. It's like there's a conflicting view within my psyche, but I'm not allowing it to conflict. Because doing things like this isn't going to get me a job, it isn't going to get me money, which is supposedly what we need to live in this world. I don't know, I just don't really give a shit about the system. I don't really give a shit about the way that humans have turned the world into a fabricated mess. But I don't really want to call it a mess, because I guess in some senses it's actually quite a good thing that we've industrialised places and had technological advancements, because people can now educate themselves about things. It's like we're removing one type of slavery and replacing it with another. It's like we're now that was a trippy bird. It's like we're now slaves to our possessions rather than slaves to people. Like in the past it was, well, we still are slaves to people if you're gonna look at it from a Marxist perspective, with the bourgeoisie controlling the proletariat and like wage slavery and all that stuff. But now there's a new type of slavery where we're so connected to all our possessions that like the thought of losing them or breaking them, it tears us up inside. It's like a part of us dies when our possessions get misplaced or lost or broken. It's called commodity fetishism. We place a lot of value on material things and material possessions, and this is very Western sort of ideal, because we like having our own things, we like having our own possessions. It's like that's the way Western civilization has sort of socialised us into this world. They're trying to make us a consumer society, and I think they've succeeded very highly in that, because it's all like people wanting to get the latest things and wanting to like fight for the best things that are better than the peers and stuff like that. And like this sort of thing, it doesn't really exist in places like Africa or let's say third world countries, because a lot of them places I don't know about like places that sustain a lifestyle based on being in small tribes and everyone relies upon each other. They're all based around sharing. That's their like core values. Like they share their things so that like the community can keep going. But now we're going on into individualization, which isn't necessarily fully a bad thing, but yeah, I think it can sort of disconnect us from the essence of an actual human being in human conditions, rather than this material world we're surrounded with. And I like how I'm looking around me now, because I'm surrounded by trees and fields, and a car over there somewhere. Yeah. But yeah, I want to stay connected to that authenticity. I don't want to get too wrapped up in the whole in the whole show, in the whole fabrication, in the whole like material world. I just don't want to get too intertwined with it all. Like I've got a phone now, but I'm using it for a good cause. I'm making YouTube videos, which I enjoy doing. So yeah, Yeah. Do you like my poo hat? And Tom and Jerry. Yeah. More material possessions that I'm getting interlocked with. But I don't know. Like, I can't change the world. I can't. I can change the way I see the world, and at the minute I'm just like, things have happened and I can't change them. It's completely out of my control. So why should I get frustrated about it? I just got sort of have to accept it and just I don't know, focus on what's good. Like this, like this is perfect. This is where I want to be right now. I don't want to be anywhere else. I'm happy just being in this field in the middle of winter with like a jumper on and nothing else. Well, I've got trousers on, thin trousers, but I'm happy being like this. Like, I don't need to be anywhere else. This is perfect. It's perfectly imperfect, and that's perfectly okay. It's like freedom, isn't it? Like imagine our ancestors, like way back before we even knew how to build things. We were like animals. We still are animals. We're just civilized ones. And that's weird. It's so strange how we were the species to survive. I guess it's survival of the fittest, and we may not have been necessarily the most strongest animals, but we definitely had the best brain, I guess. I don't know. Terence McKenna believed that the reason that we evolved so much was because of the magic mushroom, and it enabled communications between us to evolve much quicker than any other species. And when you're able to communicate better, you're able to work together more, and when you're able to do that, you're able to like